Yeah, I mean, and like you said, that's the thing. And you said if you have someone like that at 16 or 15, maybe not having that support was kind of like a good thing. Like I said, I remember physically trying to fight my dad to go to wrestling practice, you know, because
you have to earn it.
That's kind of what I look forward to during the day. You know what I mean? Like I didn't have much else growing up, and that's kind of where
it gave you meaning.
Yeah, it gave me something. So maybe if I, because when I fought him to do it, when I was there, no matter how like hard and how tired I was and how like fucking beat up and you just want to go home, like you just want to quit, and I'm like, fuck, I fought him to be here. Like I might as well enjoy this while I'm here, you know? This is like, it's half the fun of it.
And you know what's funny? Like to me, it's such a treasure that you have that, because I remember like up to like the time I retired, and people would talk about meaning and purpose and like how hard it is to find purpose in life. And I'm like, what are you talking about? Like I didn't know what people were talking about, because I had it. It was going to the gym every day. Yeah, it's like one of those things, you don't know what unhappiness is until you actually experience it. Like you're like, life is great, and then something really bad happens to you. Like that's exactly how I feel about this. You know, like people talk about purpose. Like when you find that purpose early in life, it's such a beautiful thing. You know, because it just kind of keeps you, like everything is just like shuts off, and you're just like, well, this is a beautiful place to be in, because it just keeps you on the track. You know, no distractions.
Yeah, I mean, I think about that a lot, and especially like what it is, because I get this question a lot, like what it is that made me a little bit different from, especially the people that I grew up around, and the situations that I grew up around. Like for me, like people, I never judge anybody for anything that they do, because I know so many people that other people like consider to be bad people. Yeah. You know what I mean? Or, you know, that just was normal to us in our neighborhoods and everything. There was no doctors and lawyers and, you know, people, oh, you work down at the hospital. Like, no, there was drug dealers, gang members, like killers, but they were good people. And that's just who we kind of grew up around, if that makes sense. And I never really, I think it's hard for me to really like explain what it is that's different, but maybe it is that finding purpose at a young age. Like I remember just at 13 or 14, just something in me was just like, I just want to be different than that. You know what I mean? I wanted to find that purpose.
Exactly what you're talking about.
And when I saw MMA for the first time and saw it was George and BJ, that fight, and I didn't even really understand what it was I was watching. I can remember like sitting as a kid, I'm like, I don't know. Like there's no way I'm gonna be able to do that. For sure, like it's just, for one, I never thought that. I thought BJ Penn was huge. You know, I thought I was like a buck like 20. You know what I mean? Like I was like, it ain't no way I'm a fucking I can't possibly do it. But it gave me that
a vision
into the future, and and I've just been following that for as long as it's been, and it's just been fucking like.
But like this is like it's a beautiful thing, but like it's something that's deep inside you, Kevin. Like I like that point. Like you had that, you know, you probably had that at a young age, if not, because I remember looking for. You probably felt the same way. Like when you're a teenager, especially, there's a turning point in your life. Like you're looking for something. Like some people find that, and like you're lucky to find what your calling is. You know, like with me, I kind of felt it was always combat. I don't know how you guys feel about it, but like even as a child, I always played with G.I. Joes. Like it had to do with like fighting. You know, like it was, I didn't like kites or cars.
Well, I think back in the day, all the cartoons were violent. You know, you got Ninja Turtles,
It's true.
Transformers,
Everything
about fighting.
That's true. It was very,
yeah,
it's a good point.
Bruce Leroy, you had the, you know,
Bruce Leroy. Oh my God, how many times did I see that movie? That's a classic. I'd watch that again. These movies get crappier as they get, like the older they get.
They're terrible. They get funny though.
I made the mistake of watching Highlander. You guys ever watch Highlander?
Yeah.
And then when I was a child, that's the greatest movie ever. This is the greatest movie ever made. I made the mistake of like watching it like maybe a year ago. Like 5 minutes. This is horrible. I actually bought it on Amazon. This is horrible.
I think maybe just your perspective is, you know.
No, absolutely. You know, but like, I think if you have a classic in your head, the best thing you can do is like never touch it. Just leave it. You know, make it a good memory.
Yeah. Sometimes they say don't meet your. You know, they say don't meet your heroes and all that. Like, don't rewatch the old shit. You know,
for a second, I'm going to rewatch that. I'm like, no, I'll just leave it.
Nah, leave it at what it was.
As it was.